Welcome back once again to Ravenna, ladies and gentlemen, where the next part of our tale of prominent Roman women of this time period will be discussed. We will be going over Justa Grata Honoria, who, unlike the three women that preceded her in this segment, was not politically powerful and is actually viewed as one of the black sheep of the Theodosian dynasty. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Total War Attila, the Eastern Roman Empire, and history. Before we start talking about Honoria, we have things to do. First of all, our Kings of Axum Legion is ready to add some traditions. I think we're just going to go with integrity and replenishment. We're not technically in foreign territory anymore, so I think this is a good way to get started. Despite having won 6 battles, this particular army does not have a lot of tradition. Let's go ahead and take the city, primarily so that we can start replenishing. And so much for you guys. And we're going to occupy it.
At your command.
So now the Alamans are a horde, but they are incredibly weak. However, we should snuff them out as soon as we can. We can't this turn, obviously, because we need to replenish and we're out of movement points. But at least now we have the city, Hadrumentum. Let's get some repairs going on. So that's been taken care of. Now we also want to do the same for Kartli. This agent is really being a pain.
My sword is yours.
Oh, finally our champion can join the army. Alright, so we have a lot of problems here with conversions. Let's first of all convert the city. Let's convert the sanitation building. And let's convert... Well, we're going to go with the library or the food market. The food market's a bunch cheaper, and it will give us wealth, but no... Oh, and food. Okay, 70 food, but 3 squalor and -2 public order, whereas this will cost us food, but will improve our research, give us wealth, and will not harm public order in any way. Library it is. Our income's gone down a little bit. That must be the troops that we've hired. And you know what? Why don't we convert this to a forum? That'll give us some public order and some wealth, and it's relatively cheap. Alright, so this is all set up. The training ground, we're actually going to dismantle. Alright, so with what's left of our meager amount of money, we're going to go to Dardania. And our plan here was to upgrade the city. We can't afford to do that. How are we doing with sanitation? 7. Oh, we have a ton of sanitation. Okay, we're going to upgrade our cattle farm. And now we truly are out of money. So we're going to try to get this guy back to recruit some more cavalry. Things are looking good, though. I'm pretty happy with my little empire. 408, so we still have some time before Attila becomes a man. And the Huns should like us a little bit here, since we just gave them a ton of money. Yes, we'll be at -15 next turn. The gifts don't last long, but at least the hostility will be reducing soon. Again, mostly they're hostile against us because we are a great power. And cultural aversion. So it takes a lot to make up for that. But if you look at this, they hate pretty much everybody, or everybody hates them. So, and he's 70 years old. I'm pretty sure I don't have too much to worry while he still lives, but I could be totally wrong on that. They declare war on me next turn. Who knows? Alright, our spy. Let's take a look at what he can do. So unfortunately, he was not recruited by our handler, so he doesn't have good skills to start out with. But we can improve his cunning. He can misdirect a foreign army, which lowers their movement by 25%. He can infiltrate something. Anything. Okay, this just makes him better at infiltrating, okay. He can deceive a foreign agent, so he has a 20% chance of stopping him. Surveillance will investigate corruption in their own province, which I assume would reduce corruption. It does, by 10%. And improves his cunning. Or bribery, which will take a foreign settlement and lower their construction time. Okay. Okay, so I think the smart thing to do would be to invest in these ones. First is infiltration and his army infiltration. We're going to use him as an anti-army guy to start out with. That's our plan. So for right now, we're going to move him, I guess, around Amida. He's going to scout out the Persian territories.
The devil makes work for idle hands.
So we now know a little bit about Nisibis. They have almost a full stack called the Watchman. But who watches the Watchman? I don't know. And they have a number of these guys. Magus. Alright, I have to put his ability back on. Although Axum's slowly becoming a happy place.
Ever in service to Rome.
Okay, so this got turned off somehow. Or did it? I can't ever tell. They are deployed here. Okay, whatever that means. Cappadocia is happy, though, and getting happier. Tarsus is... Tarsus. It's getting there one of these days. And Bithynia is equal. So it's not getting better or worse, but it will start getting better in a turn when this place is upgraded. So we're looking good for the moment. Food is okay, especially for the winter time. Rufinus is still blockading. That's fine. We'll move this guy up here. Let's keep him here, though, so he's not in the open sea. And hopefully Ajax will join our empire just like everyone else who we've been fighting with. The Surreal Legion is going to stay here because of the winter. We don't want to take any attrition. This Legion is amazing, though. I really should put them to work somewhere. Maybe I should take these guys out, the Gruthungians. This is their only settlement. Oh, it's currently under siege. By whom? Let's leave the army for a second, sir.
As you command.
By the Huns. Well, that doesn't mean anything. The Huns will never take territory, so they might raise it to the ground, but they're not going to conquer it. So we'll just have to wait for them to leave, and then we could probably take it. Although, standing in their way doesn't sound like a very smart proposition, now that I think about it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And he can count. That's very good.
How can I serve the people of Rome?
Alright, we're here in Salona. We are friends with the Ostrogoths, or at least we're at peace. So we're not going to be able to get through them to the Quadians. Illyria and we are also generally in good shape. I would love to have Demavia, but they're actually improving in public order, so we're not going to have any rebels taking them. What is this? You're a scout. Okay, you're not going to hurt us, so that's fine. So I have these two very powerful legions, and nothing to do with them. Unless I can get a treaty with these guys, there's no point in me going over here and attacking the rebels in Milan. Perhaps we can get some access from the Ostrogoths. Let's give it a try. Can't hurt. And you know what else? Some trade wouldn't be bad either. Although they still kind of hate us. But the best way to ease trade is...
Speak ill or slowly, and I may feed your tongue to the dogs.
Yeah. Alright, apparently we cannot trade with them, despite ordering them. That's very strange. Military access, likelihood low. Okay, so we're not bordering their capital, which is over here. So even though we border these two, we can't trade with them. The trade mechanics in this game are really stupid, in my opinion. But so it goes. So, we can't do anything with the Ostrogoths. And the Quadians hate us. We do border them. Perhaps they would ask for peace. They're reliable, defensive, cautious, and culturally intolerant. You know, maybe. Are they at war with the Huns? They are. So if we were to make peace with them, it would upset the Huns. So we're going to stay in a continual state of war, unfortunately. So with you, sir, you're just going to walk around. And you'll stay in the city for one more turn. Could we use anything? We could use some... Well, we can't recruit anything, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say we could use more archers and less peltists, but... So it goes.
Commander.
And this gentleman is just going to stay where he is. Kind of the home garrison of Constantinople. So, Justa Grata Honoria. She was... Well, the exact date of her birth is unknown, but we suspect it is around 417 or 418. She is the older sister of the Emperor Valentinian III, the daughter of Galla Placidia, who we discussed in the previous episodes. And for a lot of this, I'm going to be utilizing an article written by a historian named J.B. Burry entitled Justa Grata Honoria. And I will provide a link to this article in the description. She was proclaimed Augusta just as a child when she was around 7 or 8 years old in 425. This was unusual.
By the flame, I will have my lord's torturers prepare special excruciations, O cowardly one, until our next meeting.
Okay, we are in a bad situation now because this country, Aran, is declaring war on us. Which is fine, but they are allies with the Sassanids and Armenia. So we may have a war with all of these people as a result. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to check that one out. I hope not. I'm not ready. But yes, it was unusual for her to be named Augusta at such a young age, because typically they're not called Augusta until they are of the age of maturity, such as Pulcheria, or, they marry an emperor. This might have been due to the political machinations of Pulcheria and Galla Placidia to just make it so that in the event that Valentinian were to die as a child, that there would be someone with legitimacy to rule the empire. Assuming something happened to Galla as well. So our non-aggression pact with the Sassanids has been broken. But are we at war with them? It appears that we are, because we're at war with pretty much all of these people. Oh boy. Yes, okay, we are at war with the Sassanids because of these assholes here up in Aran. Thanks a lot, guys. We're more powerful than they are, and they actually don't dislike us. The only reason they dislike us is because of the war, so let's...
The door is open to you, but if you wish to go beyond the courtyard within...
Okay, enough of the storytelling. Let's just... How would you like a bunch of money? Likelihood low. Okay. Well, he's defensive and passive. Maybe if we take these guys out, we could end the war? Is that possible? Is Armenia at war with us too? They are. So basically, every single thing east of us is at war with us. Alright, well, so it goes.
Are you ready to serve Rome?
Are you ready to serve Rome?
Come, fight for Rome.
Alright, 4 more of these guys. Definitely important. the west here. Well, we can upgrade a lot here, but we simply just don't have the money to do so. Now, the good news is we might be able to... Well, we don't have any armies here to take Nisibis. I was going to say that might be an option for us. Let's upgrade. 7 turns to upgrade Edessa. No, we can't do that. Alright, well, this place is falling apart. Again, maybe we could take this place really quick, and as a result, end the war.
None will escape.
They have a big giant army. Great.
Ready for battle.
And they apparently won't let us attack.
How can I serve the people of Rome?
Alright, here we go. We're fighting a small army of theirs, their main army, which includes a ton of cavalry, and 2 groups of onagers. Excellent. It's about equal. Well, we have to make the first strike. So, after being proclaimed Augusta, the next we hear of Honoria is when she is already an adult. And Bury suggests that she was an intelligent young woman, that she had a lot of self-will and ambition, like her mother, Galla Placidia, and that she was basically better than her brother, the Emperor, and that she knew it. And she felt kind of chafed by the fact that he had all the power and she had none, and he was such a weak and not very talented or great emperor. Okay. This is weird. We can only see the initial army. We don't know where the reinforcements are coming from. Behind us is a drop-off, a really sharp one. Ahead of us is an incline. This is very interesting. Alright. So it goes. Let's stay with a tight formation. The usual. General in the back. Cavalry's already split up. And just real quick, I'll give you guys a view of the cataphracts because we haven't... I don't think we saw them very closely in the previous time we fought with them. But as you can see, they are not yet the cataphracts of the later period where they're covered head to toe, even their entire face, but their eyes are covered. With these guys, they're slightly less. You can see the horses, still their necks are showing. The rear of the horse, they don't have the full barding that goes and covers the entire thing. So they're kind of a proto-cataphract. Actually, before we start the battle, let's form up. Alright. And let's end this quickly.
It may be beneath my dignity to say this.
We do have 1 unit of Scoutic just chilling in the front. Not a good idea.
Reinforcements! The enemy tremble before our superior numbers.
Where are those reinforcements? I don't see them. Either way. You know what? Mounted bowmen, heavy melee cavalry. Let's say hello. Let's take a look at this cavalry charge here. Let's hope their shock value is put to some use. Remember now, these guys are meant to be charging cavalry. They're not meant to stay in the fight. Yeah, it looks like their charge was mostly broken by the enemy fleeing. And there come the reinforcements. Okay, let's just get this done with. Meanwhile, army, The rest of you guys. You know what? I'm not good at this, so I'm just going to pause it. I want to tilt you. Is that Alt? No, that just puts all of them out there. So we don't want to do that. Alright, that's fine. Spearmen. Line up like this. You two. You two. All ranged units in the middle, just like always. General, stay in the back. And that's all we have right now, since our cavalry is all engaged, except for the scout equites. Actually, we have some cataphracts here. Why aren't they involved in the battle? I do not know. But I'm kind of glad that they are. Let's move them back here. There are the scout equites. Okay, so they're not going to do much good for us, but we'll move them kind of in the forest up here. And we'll go back to full speed. Or not, yeah, regular speed. Okay, the Dalmatae are melee cav. So they should be able to hold on to their own here. We may need the cataphracts here. We're being out-cavalried. That was probably a bad idea. That was, yeah. Let's see if we can't get these other cataphracts out of here. Let's just see if we can't get everyone out of here. The cataphracts made it out almost untouched. And their general is fleeing, though we didn't get him.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
It's alright, I'll deal with it. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. These guys maybe won't be so fine. Nope, these guys are done for. Alright. Plan. Cataphracts will take out the onagers. Although they seem to be a bit heavy for that. That's all we have, though. They're the only ones that survived. Alright. Who are the archers going to attack? Interesting. So we're actually not well set up for how they're currently attacking. So let's fix that. Let's have our spearmen kind of move back like this. These guys will stay engaged for the moment just to keep the cavalry off our back while our ranged troops move back as well. And the general. Okay. So their horses are about ready to flee. That puts us in a good position. Yep. Okay, excellent. Actually, you guys come and help them as well. Alright, everyone's regrouping. Our scout equites seem to be left to their own devices. I'd much rather they take out the onagers. Onagers? There we go. Let's let them do that. Come on, guys. Get out of there quickly. Okay. Excellent. I just don't want to tire out the cataphracts by having them run all the way over there, especially when the onagers aren't really a threat right now. They have a lot of bows, so I think now might be a good time to
Our men are breaking off.
testudo. And let's see if we can't scare some of these guys. Alright, cataphracts. Let's maybe put you there. We're doing okay, though. Looks like we're winning the morale game. We'll charge them. That'll help us out a lot. Hopefully our archers... You are at fire at will. Why are you not firing at will? Charging with the cataphracts. We've engaged the onagers.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
That's fine. What are you doing? Spearmen, what are you doing? Okay, that wasn't good. Alright, cataphracts did well. They did what we needed them to do. Let's get them set up for another charge. Take out their ranged troops here. Let's move up our infantry because their infantry is incredibly weak. And they're just about to move into our ranged troops. And our cataphracts have engaged with their ranged troops. Let's engage with the second group, and let's bring our scout equites to join the party as well. Meanwhile, infantry...
The enemy is going for our general. Protect him.
Our general is doing just fine, thanks.
Their general has been killed.
Alright, we took out their general. Good first step. Spearmen, let's help out our ranged brethren. And these guys are pretty much done. We've got them surrounded. Okay, our scout equites are fighting the remainder of their nobles. Normally not a winning battle, but they are severely harmed. We're chasing off their bow cavalry with our spearmen. Both units of Equites Dalmatae are gone. Their nobles are about to be crushed by our Equites, who haven't lost anyone. This is the toughest bunch of scout Equites the Empire has ever seen. But our cataphracts are having kind of a bad day. Yep, they're withdrawing. They're done. Okay. Infantry, move up. Our spearmen are doing okay against their mounted bowmen, though. I'm actually really impressed. Alright, come on, guys. Let's go help out Cataphract Group number 2. They are shock cavalry, so they're not really... Even against ranged troops, they shouldn't be in sustained melee. And they are feeling it. Oh, crap. I hope not lose a unit of Cataphracts. That would be... not fun. And they're already retreating. Down to 20. 19. Our scout equites are chasing these guys out into the woods. Let's actually use them for more immediate purpose. These cavalry are going to give us a lot of trouble. Our only hope is to lower the morale so much that they just decide to flee. That's really all she wrote at this point. I guess we can move these spearmen up here. We can speed it up, I guess. There's not much really we can do besides just watch it all play out. Just charge the Persian bowmen. And they're running. And we've won. Thank goodness.
This is your day.
Our cataphracts have recovered. Let's just use them to hunt down some stragglers, so we don't have to fight them again. There's a ton of Persian bowmen that are probably going to make it out alive. Let's wreck them to the best of our ability. Okay, this group is down to 5. Okay, these guys, quickly. That's the one good thing about Scout Equites, is they move very fast. Come on. They're just about to hit the magical red line, and they did. Oh well. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we lost 529 troops, which is a lot more than I would have hoped that we would have. We did, however, take out 2,000 of the enemy. The question is, did we lose anyone? We did. Unfortunately, we lost a unit of cataphracts. That's the one unit I wouldn't want to lose. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next episode, we are going to continue speaking about Justa Grata Honoria, and we are going to do whatever we can to move our forces to the east to defend against the coming onslaught. One army is not enough. We're going to have to do what we can. I'm probably going to have to send Arcadius east, although I'm worried about him. I don't want him to fall in battle, but we'll see. So once again, I'm Marcus Aurelius. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.